Whagwan Jeffries, he's back. Just quickly, I do apologise for the noise in the background. It is a fan that I've had, not one of the two that watch this channel, but a fan that I've had upstairs that's gathered more dust than a nun's flap. But if you can hear it in the background, I've got it on full blast at my bollocks because they've moulded together because UK have decided to move next to the sun these past few days and it is fucking boiling. I'm sweating more than Gary Glitter during story time.
You wanna be in my gang, you wanna be in my gang.
I wanted to say in my last video because United are just constant the givers of banterness. I told you last time I'd compile all this shit together and just give it you straight.
That's what she said.
There's never a good day with Manchester United. So strap in, or strap on. We'll get into it. So today, breaking news, Jeffrey. Roll the drum. Sorry about the chin wobble. Andre Onana has miraculously injured his hamstring and he's out for 8 weeks. How can a guy that never moves get injured, let alone his hamstring as well? Bit convenient as well, innit? That he was linked to buggering off out the club and we're all there like that. Please, if there's a God, take him! But no, he does a Luke Shaw, gets injured, can't be sold now. And now we're running around scratching our asses because we've done nothing else for the past 9 months, but we'll get onto that soon. But yeah, now we're running around scratching around trying to find a keeper because Buendia don't want to be here and he was shite. Buendia's done nothing miraculous to, warrant his spot, apart from doing very good squats in that game that I filmed his ass. Tom Eaton's going on 59. He's got nobody else, so that's this tit out for the whole of the US tour. Not like we needed him anyway. I mean, look here. This is a spot the difference. Yeah. You can't, can you? They both do exactly the same job. Got a bit excited because I've seen this from, Fabrizio, saying Rashford, Garnacho, Malacia, Sancho have all informed United that they want to go. Well, fucking hell. Stated obvious there, Sherlock. United apparently delayed their return to later July. Remember, at the time of recording now, it's the 13th. United allowed them, don't you worry, because you don't want to be with us. It's fine, you can have an extended break. Bearing in mind, we're still paying these fuckers. It's all right. You can have an extended holiday, stay in Dubai. Don't want to come back to England, you burn your pissing bollocks off. But yeah, so they're extended their holidays, you know what I mean? But then we get onto this. This little shit. Just cast your minds back, he was wearing a fucking Villa shirt the other week with Rashford on it, right? Here he is on a plane, pretending to be asleep. I mean, if I was one of the stewardesses, I would have fucking stole one of his pillars, shat on it and put it back behind his head so he gets pink eye.
You're a monster.
But here he is, Venez himself, pretending to be asleep, right? But look at this. Oh, look at what's happened. According to ESPN, so it could be bullshit, Garnacho has been allowed to train with Manchester United.
You're crazy.
What? This that spat his dummy out straight after the final and said, "F you," literally, "F you" to the fans and Man United, wore a pissing Villa shirt, is being allowed to come back and train with the first team. Are you taking the piss? Oh, God, yeah, just let a player come back that's completely undermined the manager. Yeah, bring him back. He's fine. Don't worry about it. He's good at sign language. What are we doing? Make matters worse. Remember, it's only the 13th of July. This fat's back.
Not another one?
He's been doing Spanish lessons for the past 9 weeks, right? Been in fucking Birmingham for the past 6 months. He's back at Carrington. The cheek of the bastard. I mean, we give his number 10 to Cunha. He turned up on Monday. We're on fucking Sunday. All the players like, oh, where have you been? How was your time in Birmingham? You look like you've caught the sun. You know what I mean? I say that I'm like a broken record every time I do a video. It can't get any worse, can it? United step up. Of course we can go one fucking better at being a shit house of a club. I'm stressed already. How many topics am I into? 7. I've got another 30 to go. Strap in, Jeffries. It's going to be a stressful one. And I'm already sweating like shit. I dare go any further because it just gets worse. Well, that's not right, is it? So, again, you can't do a video without Freedom Fighter, can you? Apparently, there might be light at the end of the tunnel.
Hallelujah, thank God.
Towards the pissing exit where they all need to go. Juventus have offered a combined 13 million for him. 8.7 mil up front and 4.3 in add-ons. Do you know what? I couldn't give a shit if you just offered us a fudge. I'd drive in there for yous, press me ejector seat and say, adios.
It's
Just literally take this. You check his Instagram, he's still got his Chelsea bio on, even though they didn't want him. For somebody to actually offer money for him. Take anything you can get, just get rid. He's on 300k a week, and I don't know how he thinks he warrants it, because he's shown nothing. But if somebody's actually offering a bit of Wonga, take it, and take it very fastly, because that's definitely come from the blind department, who have never seen a video about Jadon Sancho. And then we got onto this. I was pubescent when we were linked with him. Pubescent. Not a hair on this body. Now it looks like I've got Fellaini in a leg lock. Mbuemo had hair when this started. Look at him. How long have we been linked to it? It started, we got linked with him about 9 months ago. We are mid-July and we have still not signed him. The head of department for Brentford have come out and said, you know, look, we're aware of the situation. They know what's going on. But they haven't ruled out him staying. That's how much United have took the piss. All because, right, and it came out the other day, Jim feels that we'll get mugged off because we've overpaid for players in the past.
What a load of old shit.
This fucker, who's only a banker, right, remove the B and put a W there, is saying from a football perspective, he doesn't want to get mugged off. When did you become an expert in fucking football? We've brought Cunha in. That's it. You've sold fucking no one. Other teams in this league that are 10 times better than us are doing business as we speak. Even Spurs, who finished 17th, are doing better business than us. But just a reminder, Jim, we finished fucking 15th. I told you so, Jeffries. I'm so happy we did not sell Bruno, because we would not have seen a single fucking penny of that 100 mil. Guaranteed. We've got money now. We're not fucking spending it. Now imagine if we had an extra 100 mil. Them twats would be like, ooh, yes. Sack a few more off, Jim. Turn the cafe into a burger van. We'll save more money. And this was released by Sky Sports. Like, United are hoping that they'll be able to secure the signature of Mbuemo before the US pre-season tour. We could have signed him 6 pissing weeks ago. Brentford have had the same price for months. And we've gone, yeah, but we'll give you 4 mil below it. This is for one of the best attackers in the league, and we're shying over 5 mil because of our fucking pride, or not to get done over. But anyway, Mbuemo, if you're watching this, mate, find another club or just stay at Brentford, because we're just taking the piss. Do you know the joy of all the United fans across the world that were excited to be linked with you? It's all gone out the window now. All gone out the window. We're not arsed now. We need more than just you, my friend. So I do apologise on behalf of United fans, not the club, because they're a shower of shite.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Speaking of Cliff, here he is with his toupee flying in the wind, and a guy fucking zooming in 200,000 megabytes behind his head. Looks a bit like Adam Sandler. United are actively seeking a head of recruitment. What? What the fuck? The transfer window opened on the 1st of June. Like I said, I'm recording this on the 13th of fucking July. There's only a few weeks left of this window, by the way. Now they're seeking someone to be the head of recruitment. Considering Barada told us a pissing lie, which we all knew. Yes, we've been working on transfers for a while. Don't worry about it, Manchester United will be acting decisively. Fabrizio, United is going to be a very busy summer. Cue the tumbleweed. Busy summer, my ass. And what was it Amrim said? Everybody wants to come United. What, from the fucking National League? Because anywhere further up, they look at us and go, f*** that. So yeah, United, towards the end of a transfer window, yeah, I think we need a head of recruitment now, because we've sacked too many. Didn't cross your mind fucking weeks ago. No. You know what? Most efficient club in the world, aren't we, United? We act like a big club, don't we? Big club, my ass. They tried to sell us this bullshit. You see him here now, this young lad, 18-year-old, Diego Leon, right? They tried to sell us a lie that we've made a signing of him. We signed him last fucking year! He just stayed at his parent club until now because of his permits and shit like that. See what I mean? See what they do? Oh yeah, here's a new player for you. You didn't know about that, did you? Bollocks! He's 18, by the way. He's still wearing pissing braces, and he signed last year. He won't be going into the first team. He'll be going straight to the under-21s, or he's going back out on loan. So that is not a signing, is it? It doesn't help us immediately now. And there we go. On to this. It just keeps getting better. Trust me. The downward slope of shit is still coming. United were apparently in talks with Amazon to do a series, you know, like the Arsenal one. Well, they pulled the plug on that because they won all. Because Arteta is a brilliant coach.
That's happening too!
I said, get out! Get out! This club is finished!
There was talks about United having a 10 million documentary series behind the scenes, all or nothing, you know. They would have had to change the name on that, you know, the race to relegation. But anyway, we've turned it down after several months of talks, because that's how long our talks can take to do anything. And it's come from Ruben, because he said he doesn't want to distract his players too much. No. It's not come from Ruben at all. I think it's come from above, because they've gone, oh, fucking hell, Ruben, put an end to it quick. If they see how fucking shit we're run, we're fucked. Don't let them cameras behind the scenes, fucking hell. Imagine the Amazon cameraman like that. So this is where the leaks have come from. Oh, fucker. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a rat running past there. Here we are into the headquarters of Manchester United. And it's just fucking empty offices, because every bastard's been sacked. You try and approach Brenda, she shits herself and runs off with a fucking trolley and a mop. That's the real reason why they've pulled the plug on this. Jim and the Glazers don't want anybody seeing how shit that is. Fabrizio's got giddy bollocks over this as well, because United have signed someone. We're struggling in the first team, so what do we go and do? Go and sign a 16-year-old from Southampton. So we've signed Harley Emsden, 16-year-old. And obviously we can tell which player he idolised before he came to our club. Does nothing for us, apart from the future. And even then he'll probably leave before we can actually put him in the first team. Then another one. United don't stop there. Oh no, they don't stop there with these youngsters. United have announced the signing of 18-year-old striker Enzo Cana-Biik, but he's come from Le Havre. Now I know 18-year-olds can play in the first team, but because nobody's ever heard of this fucker, and you know he's built like a matchstick. I mean, look at the size of Højlund, and he gets thrown about like a gangbang. Imagine what this kid will get thrown about like. I don't see him starting anytime soon. So he'll probably go in the under-21s. So it literally helps us. Again, not now. We're linked with another youngster that likes pointing to the red. United are after Seth Ridgton, 16-year-old. There's a trend going on with this. And another one steps up, wearing a fucking man bra. Tyrese Nubisi. Again, another 16-year-old from City. So we're linked with just kids, as it seems at the minute. I mean, I think they're looking for a head of recruitment, because I think they've sourced who ours is. Moving on. Like I mentioned before with Twatcliffe, you know, every time they seem to get a picture of him, he always looks like he's been slapped. And somebody's got a phone right behind him that doesn't look like they know how to work it. Our finances have been boosted, not by ourselves, but by other clubs. Just as a breakdown, we've earned 5 mil from Chelsea because they terminated Sancho's contract. So there's 5 mil for us. We've got 7 mil for the sale of Alvaro Carreras, the left back, the young lad that we sold wrongly to Benfica, who's just been snapped up by Real Madrid. We kept Malacia over a lad that has now just secured a move to Real Madrid. We've just made 6 mil because Anthony Elanga, who we got rid of years ago, has just signed for Newcastle. And I don't get all these United fans that are moaning now saying we should have never sold him. Trust me, if he stayed here, he would not have been the player he is today. He wouldn't have got the time to develop. You're talking out your ass. And then we've made 2 mil out of nowhere from Maxi Odiele's transfer to Liga Warsaw. We've made 20 mil, so we've made the money back that we've bought Cunha for. Because Cunha's on a Klarna, 3 instalment pay, we've paid the first one up front of 20 mil. So that means we have spent a total net spend of fuck all. We're mid-July, and our pre-season starts next week against Leeds.
Oh, motherfucker, we're fucked now, ain't we?
And just a little sidetrack from that. I'm not going to it, unfortunately. And I'm also not going to the American tour.
Man, this is some bullshit! Boo this man!
Kinda need to have a lot of money to do both, so, I'll be streaming the Leeds match and all its embarrassment next week, so don't worry about that. Because United are shit at transfers, because we were classed as a Big Six. We're not anymore, we're the Big 16. We're in the bottom half. But, our, fiercest rivals are making signings. Here's Arsenal. Just remember they've signed Zubimendi as well. And oh look, they've done business with a team that we're doing business with. But they've secured their player already. They've gone and signed the captain of Brentford, this knob guard. Kind of looks a bit like Quagmire. And they've got Gyökeres cheerleading for them like I don't know what. Arsenal are basically the pimp and Gyökeres is the bitch, isn't it, at the minute? He's twerking for them like fuck.
Shake, shake! Now everybody!
There is a laud that we're not constantly being bantered. Arsenal got a nice little reminder, and so did Tottenham this week. I mean, it's not a funny situation to laugh at. This dirty bastard should remain behind bars. Remember, United finished 15th last year. Just a reminder. Don't know if I've mentioned that. Spurs, I have to spit every time I say that. How did they beat us 4 times last season? One of them being a pissing final. But them, who finished 17th, have just gone and signed Morgan Gibbs-White, straight from Nottingham, and said, yes, come here, lad. 60 mil, there you go. Remember, we're haggling over 60 mil for Mbuemo, who's better than Morgan Gibbs-White. But within the space of like 10 minutes, they signed Kudos from West Ham. I think he was like 55 million. So they spent 115 mil in the space of 5 minutes. I couldn't even blink and they signed another player. I've aged 2 years since we fucking bought someone. But United still sat here with Cunha. Don't get me wrong, Cunha's good. We're with a team that finished 15th last season. Cunha is not going to bring us from 15th into the top half of the table on his own. Bearing in mind, 5 of them pricks that are in the thumbnail are all going, by the way. Well, 2 of them are turned up for fucking training, so you don't know if they're going to do a U-turn. There's no signs of us, selling anyone or signing anyone anytime soon.
House is a fucking prison on planet bullshit. In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks.
But yeah, like I said, Tottenham had their own little bit of banter. Yeah. The manager that actually won them a trophy for the first time in 100 years of their existence. They sacked him, and he just went out and just went, nah, f*** this. Here's my medal, and here's an Arsenal shirt. I mean, if that's not total disrespect, I don't know what is, you know what I mean? But I don't think he'd be welcome in London anymore, so... But I tell you what, as long as it's not us getting bantered, I'm not arsed. But, we still get bantered because there's another 15 slides of this to go. Don't worry, Arsenal and Tottenham, I know you don't like me and I don't like you very much. Just let me remind you, we're Man United. We've kind of took the mantelpiece of being bantered to shit now. Paul Pogba found a club. Someone actually took him. And he came out and said this. I got banned in 2023. Still made it back to the Champions League before Manchester United. That cheeky bastard, if I see him, I'm going to get some step ladders because I'm about 4 foot smaller than him. And I'm going to 2-foot him in the jaw. Just hope he knows. If that's not taking the piss, I don't know what is. And then again, we get bantered because one of the most prolific strikers in Europe at the minute, one of them turned us down for Galatasaray. You know it's bad when people used to dream of coming to Manchester United and would do anything to come to United. And now choosing Galatasaray over us. It's gotten that bad. Osimhen is off to Galatasaray. Jokeres got linked with us for about 3 minutes and went, f*** that. Next up on the cost-cutting machine, Manchester United have now decided to abandon pre-season gift giving, starting with Leeds in Stockholm next week. So the old, the little flag that they do at the beginning saying, yeah, do the little traditional thing that we've done for over 100 years. That's getting stopped. Yeah, they couldn't be arsed printing it out. The £4 that it takes to make. You can order a pack of 10 on Team U for £1. So we're not going to do it with Leeds. Leeds are just going to give us, one. Well, to be fair, I wouldn't even swap a bag of dog shit on fire with Leeds. But anyway, so we're not going to be doing that for pre-season, but we'll do it in the league, We've got 38 games to think of. Pre-season. We've got 38 of them to print off. Like I said, Jim, Team U doing reet good for you. There's replicas everywhere, you can save there if you wanted. You fucking tight-fisted prick. Now, I know there's been fake quotes coming out, because there was one about the Napoli president saying about Garnacho come out and everybody fell for it. I hope this one's true. Ten Hag spoke about his time at United and he said he left the trash behind. He said it, a mess run by people who had no idea what winning looked like. Now, I think this is fake because, right, Ratcliffe and all that would sue the shit out of him if this was real. But I left it in here because I thought it'd be funny if it did turn out to be real. Heisenberg himself has come out and said, yeah, nice it is. Shit, mate. Seen this as well. Because we have 1 billion fans, allegedly, across the world. Probably half now. But if we all donate £6 each, we can buy out the Glazers and Ineos. B+ for effort, lads. I mean, the Glazers literally turned down 6 billion from Qatar. So I don't know where you got this from. But, you might have to up that to £100 per fan if there was 1 billion of us, and then they'd probably consider it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's the thought that counts, innit? Unfortunately, we're stuck with the twats.
No! God, please, no! No!
But yeah, like I was saying, because Gyökeres and Osimhen have turned us down quicker than, you know, the French border to migrants coming to France and just sending them to the UK instead. Calvert-Lewin has been linked with United, but he has offered his own services. Keep him. We don't want another injury-prone person at this club, because he'll be just sat in the recovery room with Mount, Shaw and fucking Martinez. Even Everton fans don't want him. Then we got linked with this prick, Keane. Do you remember him? I wish we had Roy Keane, not this Keane, but Moise Keane, Moise, from Fiorentina, has apparently been linked with United. Yeah, the same Keane that couldn't get it in the Premier League with Everton. This twat looked worse than Højlund. Don't want him. Then this one. Ollie Watkins got floated about and everybody got excited, you know. Oh, it could be a possibility because Villa are in shit. No. Even Ornstein's come out and said, what a load of shit. Villa have no intention to get rid of Watkins at any price. So, you know, that's dead in the water. Then this one. I tell you what, I don't know what it is that Chelsea do to think they can demand these prices for their shite that they don't want. I mean, we fell trap for it, for fucking Mount, which we can't get a refund on now. They've just sold Madueke. How they got 60 mil for him? But we're linked with Nkunku. You can fuck Cuckoo off. He's another injury prone. And people are like, yeah, he's really good. He's done well on the World Tour. He's done well in the World Club Cup. Fuck off. You didn't see him half the time. You only seen him blowing a pissing balloon in the Carabao Cup. This came out. Duran offered himself to Manchester United. But United turned it down. A lad that scored every 2 pissing minutes in the Premier League. Every time he came, it was like a cheat code for Villa last year. Every time he came on, he pissing scored. But he offered himself to United. And United went, no, I want guarantees with my money. Fuck off. It's actually scary to think as well that they came out and told us that they prepared for this. And we're sitting mid-July with only Cunha through the door and no sales. Yep, they've been planning a while for this. But to put into context, this says it all. Chelsea again sell a keeper. 25 mil. Yeah, 25 mil for a keeper who's probably the 9th choice. Yeah, because they've got about 50 fucking keepers for 25 mil. But we can't even get rid of Sancho for 25 mil. That's how shit our transfer department are, if there's any of them left. I'm going to calm down a bit more now. Because, you know, blood pressure's up here. You know what I mean? I've got to keep an eye on it.
Oh, me angina.
United let off a subliminal little picture like this the other week. We all know what it is from the first one that they did. Next Wednesday, 16th, they're going to be releasing the away shirt. And it's probably going to be the ideal time to get Mbuemo in to take pictures in it. So they're probably waiting for that. So next Wednesday, I'm going to head my ass down to the ground to use a little video so I can show you the £115 that they'll charge you for it. But we all know what it looks like anyway. So it's not going to be a surprise, is it? You know, we get more leaks than our fucking roof. But yeah, I'll go down, I'll show you it. I'll even show you the purple training shop, the training top that they're training in now. Everybody said, oh yeah, it looks nice that. I don't. They look like a recruitment team for fucking Barney. Like I said, don't go to the mega store to buy their shit that they're going to sell you. I've seen this online. Somebody's had a look at what the odds are for United to win the league. 35 to 1. Fucking hell. Put a 0 on the end after the 5. You're right about there. And then I've seen this. The FA have, you know, I've got a certain team from Manchester, not United, that's it, who have still to be charged 130 case court date against them. Still waiting to hear from that, by the way. Palace kicked their arse in the FA Cup, and rightly so, and secured their spot in the Europa League. But no, the FA went, no. You get him banned to the Conference League now. Can't play in the Europa League. It's not fair, that, is it? But you know, the FA are really fair and thorough, aren't they? Very quick in what they do for other teams apart from the fucking oil-rich one that's lying in the back pockets to do this. And then there's this. Carlo Ancelotti is getting done for tax fraud. Sentenced to 1 year in prison. That's not going to happen, is it? I mean, Mourinho got caught with it and everything. Loads of them get caught with it. All they do is just pay a fine. It's not going to happen. This guy's got to be paid heavily to keep a hairline like that. I guess it's true what they say. In order to stay rich, you don't spend anything. Imagine a prisoner's trying to take a go on his ass to be like, Jesus, you can't get in. Oh, mate, it's like talcum powder in here. You have to get through cobwebs. That's the end of everything, thank God. Whilst I'm coming to the end as well, I said I'd do it a few videos ago, and I haven't. I do apologise. But to my good friend, Borflat, who is basically the German Eminem, he's a rapper, so I can say that. This man was nice enough to give me a shout out when I was, you know, a few months ago when I was in the smaller stages of this channel and promoted it. And I thanked him for it, and I said I'd do the same back, and I've been a bit of an ignorant twat and not done that. So I do apologise, my friend, but it's here now. Go and head over to his TikTok and his YouTube. His YouTube's pissing all over mine. It's got 12k. Well, 13k now. His TikToks, I watch him every day, makes me piss. To hear his accent, to try and do a Manc accent or an English accent, makes me piss. He's like, "You alright, mate? Fucking shit." I'll leave his details in the description below. Alright, go and head over to it. Tell him Jeffrey sent you. Alright, before my t-shirt turns into more of a sweatsuit, I'm going to head off. Like I said, stay tuned for the reveal of the away shirt. Just a side note before I do leave yous, love yous and leave yous. The last video I did, the Liverpool one, right, where I went down and paid my respects to Jota. I've had a lot of positivity, but a few negativities online. So just to be clear, right, I did that out of the whole respect for the player himself. And I've told everybody this, but I didn't film any secure shit, me putting the flowers down, me doing any prayers or all that, or me going signing his memorial or anything. I saved that for its utmost respect it deserved, all right? And the reason why I went down in the United shirt, because people said, why didn't you go down? Why didn't you go down in a normal shirt? Because I wanted to symbolise that our two clubs were together and we could put rivalry aside as a more symbolic thing and a more solidarity thing, not just to go down there and cause shit, because I didn't. Because you can ask anybody that was there, I didn't. I paid my respects, I shut my gob and did what I had to do. Yeah? So if anybody's saying that I did it all for clicks and all that, I turned monetisation off and stuff like that to gain something from it. I gained nothing from that. Literally wanted to show my respect, and I got pissed off, right? Because as well, that didn't get its coverage that it deserved, right? I represent the majority in showing respect, right? Not the stupid mindless minority that say disgusting things about Hillsborough and stuff like that. These showed us respect for Ronaldo and these showed us respect for Munich, and we should do the same back if something happened. I'd do it for any other club as well, apart from Leeds. I'm only joking. It's football at the end of the day. We could put rivalries aside for stuff like that, you know what I mean? You have to be human at least at the end of the day. But anyway, Jeffries, I'm going to love yous and leave yous, like I said, because I have sweated my tits off too much. I've rambled on too much. I do apologise. I do apologise. I've not seen you for a while, so, you know, I've missed you. You know what I mean, you bastard. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one, Jeffries. Take care, and peace!